Baruch Hashem. Friends, I'd like to share a few missionary bios with you. And people like to snark and sneer at people who go to foreign lands and they try to improve the livelihood and lives of people. And they blame Christian missionaries for messing up countries all over the place. But our situation today is to look at the lives of a few women. One was Amy Carmichael, a missionary from Ireland to India, where she served over 50 years and never took a sabbatical. And she was born with dark eyes, and she did not like her dark eyes. But whenever she went to India, she saw that God was right all along. And she would make her skin dark and sneak into temples and attempt to rescue young ladies from temple prostitution. I mean, very young ladies, like under 10 young ladies. And what a wonderful saint this lady was, and served the Lord and also endeavored to relieve the widows of the men who had passed away from the funeral pyres, where they'd be thrown on top of a burning funeral pyre as well, forcing the woman to die as well. And so these believers did not have their heads in the sand. They stood up and did something. They were counted. And another missionary lady was she was said to be the best educated woman in the South because she was from Virginia. Her name was Lottie Moon. And she was a very rambunctious person, but the Lord got hold of her. She broke an engagement, and she went to China, where she served her whole life. And she was responsible, even though she was disregarded and embarrassed many times and insulted. Many times men would come to her meetings and sit backwards, so they did not face her, but they wanted to hear her. And she was instrumental in getting the laws changed so that Chinese women would not have to have foot binding and producing certain deformity in the foot. And that was a tremendous thing that was done. And all over the world where the gospel message has been preached, there are people who have risen from degradation into health and well-being. And it is a tremendous thing to serve the Lord. And I hope you try it sometime.